So it's his fault.
I like his name. Yamamoto! It's just really intense.
Okay, what do you think he's playing?
Not Miracles!
No.
Not Miracles. Delver, he's playing Delver.
I would guess Sneak and Show.
Sneak and Show?
Ooh, an Emrakul! Ooh, I'm correct.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, but okay, so...
No, wait.
Well,
I could have sworn I saw Simeon's
yeah. Okay, so I saw Lotus Petal.
Yeah, well, that's...
in Ancient Tomb, so...
Emrakul is not Black Red, never mind.
So I was cheating because I've seen this guy play in Moto recently.
Good old Jarvis.
Jarvis, you mean? Clearly,
I think he beat
true.
Mondelo.
Jarvis wouldn't cheat. Jarvis cheats all the time.
Jarvis, yeah.
Mondelo lost to him.
Oh, okay.
That's how I knew.
Okay.
Misty, Emrakul, Sneak. Yep,
Nice. Sneak and Show. Good old classic deck. I haven't seen yet.
He's on a mulligan to 6, and for 6.
That looks like a good keep.
No,
and it's
surprise.
Miracles.
Okay. All right. Surprise.
this is a classic matchup.
Who do you think is favored? Jarvis?
I would guess Game 1 Sneak and Show is slightly favored.
Well,
Game 1 Sneak and Show is like more than slightly favored.
Game 1 Sneak and Show is going to win. That being said...
Well, he's on a multi 5.
Yeah, Yamamoto's
but the Miracle Slayer's hand looked fairly weak as well.
Mm-hmm. He did have top balance, but he does need a second land.
Yeah. I guess his hand might be okay then. I don't know.
And I think...
Is he mulliganing too? Okay. So it looks like...
Maybe he
was on a mulligan to 5. I'm not sure what the Miracles player is mulliganing to. Is it whether it's 6 or 5?
Well, it has to be 5 though, right?
I don't know who's on the...
How can
we deduce this based on the fact that he multi 5?
How can you go from 6 to 5 without the other person having gone from 7 to 6?
You're right. So
I think they're both
5.
going to 6 or they're both going to 5.
Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah, I think they're both going to 5.
I think they're both going to 5.
That being said, I think actually, like, I played this matchup a decent amount, and I played against arguably the best Sneak and Show player in the world, Jonathan Angelescu, and every single time we play, I'm just terrified. I actually think Sneak and Show is favored in this matchup. What are your thoughts?
It depends on if they how they build it, right? Like if they're prepared to beat Miracles, they play like a couple cards like Boseiju, like Vendilion Click.
It looks like they're both going to 6. Right? That's a 6-card hand.
That is.
And that's a pretty good.
That is a
hand.
very good 6-card hand.
Miracle is going to 5.
What does he have in his hand? It's like Lotus Petal, Land, Emrakul,
Show and Tell,
Force, Brainstorm.
Okay, so he just needs 1 mana.
Yeah. So the interesting question is, do you Brainstorm on turn 1?
I wouldn't. I would Brainstorm on turn 2.
You can just wait.
Yeah.
Because if you draw land, the upside's so high.
Yeah.
Then you have Brainstorm to pitch to the forest to protect your Show and Tell.
Yeah. It also depends on the scry.
Jesse Hampton rooting for Sneak and Show.
Well, yeah, I think at this point, Miracles is definitely the enemy, despite the fact that I love the deck to death.
It's always the enemy.
It's just always the enemy.
So we had guesses for how many in the top 8. Anuraag said 2. I said 3.
I will guess 3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like all the top pros are on it, so I'd be surprised if a couple of them didn't make it.
Well, I mean, some of them, a large number of them.
Okay, well that's a lose.
Yeah.
You know? Oh,
yeah,
he's waiting for it.
Everyone gets to scry first. Sorry, it's Kentaro, right?
Kentaro Yamamoto.
Okay, alright.
Usually we've been like going by last names though. Mihara.
We get a blue card for the Force of Will?
Alright, so he's gonna Brainstorm on turn 2, it looks like. Unless if he drew land.
Well, yeah, I mean, that opens you up to Ancient Tomb.
You could log yourself, but depending on whether or not you know the matchup.
Another fetch.
He just has the land.
Nice.
Okay, so this is turn 2 Emrakul with Force backup. Should be good enough.
So what's really fascinating here is if
GG. Why are there already GGs?
GGs. Actually, I think the Miracles player has a line here. If it's just an Emrakul coming into play, Miracles player can put a land into play, and then if he draws
Council's Judgment.
Yeah, exactly. So if he draws a blue card, he has Council's Judgment and Force.
Well,
yeah.
True.
So
he needs to draw a blue card.
He has draws. He's not dead. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. This just trades with the other 4.
All right. So then, so he has the blue card already. So he's going to be able to put a land into play and accelerate.
Okay. So actually, he's actually fine.
Very ahead now.
Wait. So he has Council's Judgment in his hand?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really nice.
It's a nice one to have, but a card that's not so great.
Right.
Yeah. That card is really mediocre in this match.
Except for this specific scenario.
I don't know why he's not just doing it. Oh, does he not? He might not know the interaction. No, he figured it out. He figured it out.
Okay.
He was about to play Sensei's Demayan. Jesse / other people. I think Glands is slightly unfavored versus Miracles. The Ghost Quarter version is better versus it.
So now
Dark
now
Ritual
we have a
Sneak and
game.
Show.
What? Who's out? Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's protection from colored spells, but
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Council
he cast
Judgment doesn't target.
Council Judgment. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't actually see that happen, so I thought you played Ponder instead.
Oh, Kentaro wants to
Kentaro's like, why are we voting? Why is this not targeting my thing? Like, come on.
I'm pretty sure
He's
he knows
gonna
it.
figure it out,
I'm pretty sure he knows it.
but he just wants to read the exact words just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is he asking a judge now? No.
I don't think so.
Exile.
Maybe.
Exile.
Oh, and so that the shuffle to graveyard effect. Okay, that's relevant. Yeah. Is that a Kozilek's return? I didn't get a good look at that.
Was it? That would be.
He's probably not going to draw it, this matchup.
It's not very
Yeah.
good.
Whoa. So
Turbo.
he's just going for the fast kill, which I think is correct.
Yeah,
I like
He
that.
has no other options, right?
I like that.
Yes. The longer the game goes.
Did you see how he opened the box and just
Yeah.
like, whoosh,
You know, like-
I gotta practice that.
Wow. So it looks like Miracles might steal game 1 here. With
That-
the Council's Judgment.
That was not fun. Fail. Right. So yeah, typically speaking, Show and Tell will win game 1. I think Kentaro just got a little unlucky. I mean, they were both on a mulligan.
Yeah, Kentaro is slightly tilted. I think,
Grizzlebrand
right
would have
now.
won.
Yeah,
Grizzlebrand would have easily won
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah, post board you do not go off, and I think it's just incorrect to go off without Grizzlebrand, because the Miracles
Alright.
just can't beat that card.
So Kentaro has clicks in his sideboard, which is actually interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has a stock card for Sneak and Show to have in its sideboard.
It is not. You're
It's not
correct.
stock, but it's not that uncommon.
That being said,
I haven't seen it for a while,
Yeah.
honestly, but
while Click is good in this matchup, I imagine that it's primarily for other matchups. The critical card in this matchup is Boseiju.
yeah, Boseiju.
Which is also not that common. It's become more common as people
Yeah.
play like Omniscience as well. But yeah.
Yeah, Boseiju is. I mean, so Boseiju is really hard to beat. And honestly, out of the Miracle sideboard, you need some pretty like specific answers to Boseiju, whether it be Containment Priest or like maybe back to basics or Snapcast, sorry, Vendilion Clicks and stuff.
Well, bringing back to basics versus a deck like this.
Oh, no,
Yeah, it's very
really
suboptimal.
bad.
It's very suboptimal. Boseiju is just so powerful. Is that a Grim Lava Mancer? I'm wrong.
So, and it seems reasonable in this matchup, right? Because it stops Mentor, Snapcaster's clicks.
Right.
Wait,
yeah.
Kentaro had Lavamancer in his
I
sideboard?
think I saw one.
Huh,
I'm not sure.
That's interesting.
This monster.
The other
Sorry.
thing is, like, how good is Counterbalance in this matchup? Because the main threat cards are hard to counter, but then you
Yeah.
stop the rest, so
See,
it's okay. But
So it's balanced. It's weird, right? On one hand, Counterbalance is not great at stopping Show and Tell and Sneak Attack. On the other hand, it's very good at stopping Ponder, Red Blast, Spell Pierce, etc. I think actually, so I have a little bit of a story too. Back during the Dig Through Time era, when Omnitel was very good, and for a period of time, Angelo Cadet and Thomas Wilczek and Philip as well boarded out one copy of Counterbalance in this matchup because on turns 1, 2, and maybe even 3, it's just not, you don't want to be playing that card. You really just want to hold up, like 3 counter spells to survive the initial onslaught that the Sneak and Show deck will present, and then by that time you will have found the first of your 3 counterbalances, and you'll more easily be able to resolve it. Yeah.
That guy just had the embarrassed smile. Yes, I had the nuts reseal.
Right. Now that being said,
He had a 5-card hand.
oh yeah.
That was great.
You're absolutely right.
That was
he needed
great.
the blue card.
Yeah.
He needed.
So he
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that being said,
That
I
was
mean
great.
the way you win a Magic tournament, there's always a little bit of luck involved.
there is.
So maybe this is like his tournament to win, Sorry, back to what I was saying. Despite the fact that you could argue for boarding out a counterbalance, and it's not necessarily the most intuitive thing to board out. I wouldn't board out unless I had enough better cards to bring in.
Sure.
But it's definitely like not an completely like incorrect thing to do.
Nice, preordain. I haven't seen preordain.
Yeah. Another thing about counterbalance is that it's good against Boseiju if your opponent doesn't have the combo because it can stop the cantrips, which is what you need to aggressively do once your opponent has put Boseiju on the table. You can't stop their show and tells, which is what you normally would save all your counter magic for. Okay, and he kept both on top, right?
No, he bottomed the Emrakul, I think.
Okay. That's terrifying, actually, if he did keep both on top.
It's actually sort of hard for me to tell because the motions were quick.
Do you think Kentaro's gonna spell pierce the Ponder?
So what's the logic behind brainstorming here instead of brainstorming on your main phase?
Well, you get to brainstorm. Well, you don't want to use.
I guess Nishimura had untapped mana, so I guess he's playing around.
That's probably it, right?
I mean, he's definitely going to brainstorm by the end of turn. So this is probably the best opportunity. Also, doing it now allows you to potentially stop the Ponder should you choose to. I don't think he's going to, though, because the Spell Pierce is very good right now, protecting other things.
Depends on if he has extra mana on the combo turn, right?
Right.
That's the thing with Spell Pierce. It's not that great against Delver because you need that extra mana, and that just plays into days. But it could be better against something like Miracles where you do have the time to get that extra mana set up.
Right, and oh my god, looking at Kentaro's hand, that hand is
a lot of
that
business.
is gas. Yeah, like Kentaro
right,
stopped at the 7-Eleven.
I think you do. I think you do Spell Pierce here because next turn you're just going to show and tell.
Yeah, you're just going to curve out now.
Yeah, he came to the same conclusion you did.
Now, interestingly enough, this isn't the craziest. Like, let's say the show and tell doesn't resolve. I don't necessarily think that Nishimura is out of the game. Because
I think Nishimura is going to Flusterstorm it. You mean Yamamoto's not out of the game, or
no,
Nishimura?
I don't. So let's say like show and tell gets countered.
Sure.
Then next turn, let's say Kentaro plays sneak attack. Sneak attack for one land is not that great because you still have to draw the second land. I used to play show and tell for a little bit, and I've lost many games where I sneak attack Emrakul, annihilate 6, and then they would draw out of it.
Yep, that's always a possibility. Note that I think he has Council's Judgment for sneak attack, so the first one he doesn't even need to counter.
Oh my god, and this is pretty crazy actually. He has surgical extraction to stop all future show and tells.
Okay.
That's big game.
So he's probably going to go for that.
Yeah, that makes the stage a lot worse.
If he has it, which I don't think he does.
Flusterstorm is pretty nice here.
If he goes for the surgical.
I think you do it, but you definitely do wait for the draw step to do it.
Well, the downside to waiting for the draw step is if he has a brainstorm.
Yeah.
He'd have to pedal into it.
No, he can brainstorm.
No, sorry. I'm not his draw step. The Miracles, Nishimura's draw step.
Sure. Yeah.
There's nothing that changes from the end step to the draw step except you getting additional information. Ancient Tomb would be very good here for. Otherwise, it's going to be a little tricky. Well, let's think.
I think Nishimura has a force of will. You're talking about for Yamamoto, he would like to draw an Ancient.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Yamamoto would like to draw an Ancient.
If he draws like a regular land, he'd still be happy. It would just get Council Judgment, and then we'll see if he's able to resolve the next one.
But yeah, like typically I think show and tell is favored outside of these scenarios where they don't have like Boseiju and because like post-board the Miracles plan is just to like increase the density of counter magic to the point where your opponent theoretically will never resolve a spell that matters. And that's why Boseiju is so great because it just says no, you don't get to do that.
He's 1 mana short of counterbalance. Leave Jace on top.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Can he even cast Council Judgment next turn? Is he stuck on 2 lands?
That's correct.
And he has a Ponder to shuffle though.
Okay.
So I think he'll Ponder shuffle if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Would you have kept the Council Judgment? I think I would have.
I think. Wait, did he put it back?
Yeah, he did.
Well, he has a Forcible in his hand now.
Right, so he's going to force the first sneak attack, but the second...
You don't force the first one, you force the second one.
Well, I think you cancel Judgment the first one. But,
Yeah.
But he let the councils go away, so now he doesn't have access to that.
And he didn't find a third land. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Does he have a snap in his hand? Because that would be.
Oh, that
sweet.
would just snap the. Ooh, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't have. He knows all his whole hand. So he just forces and then extracts. And is there anything Yamamoto can do? He has Jason.
Wait, is there actually a Snapcaster in his hand? I can't tell.
I don't think so.
If there was, that would be great.
Yeah. But Ancient Tomb was a very, very good.
But we'll see if Nishimura gets punished here if he doesn't draw.
Well, the problem with Council's Judgment was his exact line.
Right.
Oh, and he redrew the Council's.
Okay.
Wow.
But he needs to find a land. If he finds a.
Alright, so he doesn't have Snap.
Oh, but now the Council's Judgment doesn't work anymore because.
Right.
And Reb is also not very
Okay, so
good.
that's game. That's game.
He knows he's going to get Emrakul, then Gristlebrand.
He has a top. But he doesn't have enough mana to spin and find anything. He can't find a Force of Will. He doesn't have enough blue cards. So this is game.
That's crazy. And it felt like Nishimura was ahead the whole time.
It did, actually.
Yeah.
It didn't actually feel like that to me. Like,
really?
we had so many threats from the sneak side.
Yeah.
Like, there were 3 must-stop threats.
Okay.
The Surgical, what it did was thin his deck of threats, but didn't actually stop him from any of the threats in his hand.
Right. And actually, returning the Council's Judgment and forcibling the sneak attack was actually I guess that's the responsible play. That's what I would call it in the situation that
he got a little bit unlucky that Yamamoto just drew the perfect land.
I mean, that's fine. Like, he got very lucky game 1. Luck is equal, right? So, but yeah, I mean, like, that is. It also could have been like Lotus Petal too. Do we know he had the 4th land?
No, he didn't.
No, it had to be a 2-mana land.
He didn't have the 4th land though.
No.
He also just didn't have the 4th land, and then he peeled Ancient Tomb, which is actually the best land to draw there.
Right. All right, that's some good back and forth. I'm happy. This is round 9, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I should expect anything after this. Do you know what time the stream starts?
Jarvis, do you know? Do they start at 9 or 10 on day 2?
I'm gonna check the internet real quick.
Somebody asks, why didn't he fake the Terminus on top? In this situation, faking the Terminus is, while it is the next level mind game play, I don't think it beats the level 1 play, which we know for a fact that Kentaro is going to just jam his sneak attack. There's no question about it. And because that is a guaranteed play, it doesn't make sense to pretend like, hold on, how am I trying to say this? Can you say this better than I am?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, Kentaro's gonna go for it, and you're not gonna have it, so the game's over.
If you're trying to bluff, it's not like your bluff is not going to dissuade Kentaro from making like the aggressive sneak attack.
So, Lewis has a good point. He was looking for Surgical.
Surgical was the last out, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's actually the right play then.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah. Kentaro's mulling to 6.
Kentaro mulligans to 6. And the Miracles players keeping. That's a very good sign for the Miracles. It's fun. When's the next GP? Legacy GP?
Louisville? The one that we're going to?
Alright, never mind. We won't get to commentate that, but does that GP have commentary?
It should.
I think so.
The reason this one doesn't is just in Japan.
Right,
it's
right.
kind of a hassle. Did you find out whether when day 2 starts?
I'm still looking. Maybe someone in chat knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does anybody know in chat when day 2 starts? If it's 9 or 10 a.m. You can look up Magic Pro Tour or something.
Oh, that's a good point. Louisville is hosted by SCG, so there will be coverage. So I guess we're gonna expect.
Oh, that's good because they let them cover like SCG Jersey that like weekend.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, actually, maybe this isn't an appropriate conversation. All All right, so we see Volcanic Pass on both sides. It looks like Nishimura has a copy of Bad Elemental Blast in his hand. And
So
Fire
it's-
Blast.
it says-
so he's holding it up.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so the same time as yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
Thank you.
Jarvis, you're okay for starting then too, right? We can go catch a movie maybe.
Yeah.
At least food or something.
Food and movie.
Okay, this is interesting. So Nishimura's hand is actually pretty good. He could go off next turn if he draws a Lotus Petal. Though I imagine he's boarded some copies out.
Okay.
in
So
this-
Yamamoto. Yeah,
I'm
but,
sorry,
but
yeah, I
the problem,
keep
the problem
saying
is Nishimura
Kentaro,
has
yeah.
2 red blasts.
Right, so given
Okay,
the
so-
hand,
okay.
the show and tell could pitch to Force of Will.
Oh, I think he just goes for it, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he goes. Does he have another blue card after that? Because if he has another blue card after that, then it makes sense.
Well, no, then it makes sense to just go for it immediately.
Another surgical.
Tagged him.
Fortunately, it doesn't matter
Okay,
here.
so
And it's way better to get that show surgical than sneak attacks.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so this is bad. Nishimura doesn't have the cards to beat this. Grim Lavamancer. Hey, there we go.
He pulled it to the front to look at it.
I think he had it last game too.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was paying less close attention.
He's showing it to all of us.
So yeah, what does he
two
have?
Jace the Mind Sculptors.
What does Nishimura have in his hand? He has a red blast and what else?
Monastery Mentor.
Okay. So does he have any other counter magic at all or no?
Wait a minute. Where are we right now? Has Nishimura...
It's
Nishimura
during his.
It's during his main phase.
Yeah.
I think he just did this now to play around whatever counterspell that could potentially happen. Though I don't think there's many that he could have.
Alright, I gotta see his hand again, but I'm wondering if he has copies of Wear Tear in his deck, because he could go Monastery Mentor into...
So yeah, he's just gonna play his mentor.
Yeah,
now.
you have to. That's the...
Well, it's just he has nothing better to do, and he knows his opponent's playing sneak attack, and I guess he has nothing to do against that. So
And this line maximizes... This is the line that maximizes his percentage chance of winning.
So what does he have in his hand? Like he has red blast and what else?
I have to see. Oh, I think it's a Pyroblast, but...
Ooh.
Okay, so he's in
Oh, it's
ponder.
just Snap Ponder? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah, that's
doable.
better.
Council Judgment?
Oh, that's a good
Ooh.
one. So you keep the. You still need another.
Ooh,
Oh, Wear
Wear
Tear
Tear.
and Council's Judgment.
Wow.
That's gonna
That's
be good
great.
enough.
That's very good. But I don't think he has the mana to cast the Council Judgment.
He doesn't currently. If he has another fetch, he does.
Does he have a Flooded Strand?
No, he's
No,
a Volk.
Another Volk.
Wow.
Alright. So we still have a little bit of a dicey battle. I mean, I don't think you can shuffle away the Wear Tear in that situation.
Can he?
But if that,
Yeah,
if,
he needs to find like another surgical or another white source. Yeah, this is tough.
well, he knows what the top 2 cards of his library are, right?
Uh-huh.
So
And does he have any manipulation?
it's a Fluster
Fluster
Storm.
Storm is useless here.
This may not be good enough.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's locked, right? Like he.
Well, we don't know what the 3rd card is. Let's say, for example, the 3rd card is the Snapcaster Mage.
No, but next turn
If
he
he has
draws
another
the dead
land.
card,
Yeah.
and then
Well, we don't know if it's a dead card though.
it was Council Judgment. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
He has Force here, so it ends up being moot. Oh, but he has Red Blast.
I actually think you Fluster. I think you Flusterstorm because Kentaro has 4 mana, and Flusterstorm can get a little worse. We're getting to the point where Flusterstorm's diminishing returns are showing. Or not diminishing returns, because I just like, the scenario
So
of Flusterstorm is...
we've already extracted show and tells, so I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing good to Flusterstorm. You're gonna blast cantrips.
Right. Yeah. That is the correct reason.
Theoretically, he has Grizzlebrand at 8 life next turn, so he might not win.
That's actually true. That's a very
Yeah.
good point. You play Monastery Mentor. I don't. Yeah. That's a very good point.
Oh, he's passing? What's going on? Okay.
Oh, he's
okay,
just looking at
alright.
the
I was like, I was gonna freak out for a second.
No, it can never pass there.
I think he's thinking about. There's no containment priest. It must be counterspell that he's thinking about.
Containment priest doesn't matter against sneak attack.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it does. It stops you, but it's gonna stop you either way. Also, you can't cast it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So he's just trying to see what he needs.
I'm surprised that he has any options. Like he has sneak attack, Grizzlebrand. Like what card could he have drawn to like make him do something different?
Land through the breach.
Now he only has one unknown card. Hopefully, it's a land.
What?
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa. Very, very
Okay.
powerful.
So.
Yes, Pyroblast. Oh my God. He knew what was in the deck.
Yeah.
So he should have definitely Flusterstormed
Yeah.
the Forcible because he knew about the.
Not using the Force of Storm bit us again.
Mm-hmm.
This. So
But
he has
you
to
don't
take
pick anything,
Mentor.
right? Or you
No.
take Council's Judgment,
Mm-mm.
or you take Mentor just because of the life.
I think you do by this point.
We're actually at the point where
But I
Mentor
think
is relevant.
But I think if he just went for the sneak attack,
Well, this
he
is
would have had a chance of
definitely a
winning.
tough choice.
Now I don't think he has a good chance of winning at all because. Well, he can also. He needs to peel a land next turn.
Basically, it has to be a land.
Yeah.
Next turn.
I think
Otherwise, you're not. You're gonna have to defensive Gristlebrand essentially.
you're gonna be at 6 life now.
So
I guess a defensive Grizzlebrand's not that bad. Okay, so he takes the Council Judgment.
That's
Well,
interesting.
defensive Grizzlebrand doesn't do anything because. Well, I guess it
ooh,
does-
a wear tear.
Wow.
That's absurd.
All right, and then you pass. That's gross. What a good draw.
Wait,
He doesn't have enough white mana to play both of them.
but what's the point of not playing the Mentor?
Because you want to keep up sneak attack. What if he goes Emrakul? Oh, then Emrakul is
Wait.
going to get him anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
This is sort of a weird play, yeah.
Yeah, you just play the Mentor.
I think he's just playing scared here a little bit, unfortunately. Well, okay, let's think. I guess the Mentor dies. 17, you have draws. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is. I'm assuming there is reasoning, but
Nice. This is
Got
going
him.
to work out for Nishimura very, very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monday,
Mentor, yep.
I like Flusterstorm.
Yeah.
I think it's an option, right? He pays 2 life, you get a dude, he goes down to 6, and if you draw a spell, he's dead.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Red
would have
Blast
flustered as well.
Red Blast would have been better, as we've been saying.
The
But
choice
I
not
think-
to
Well,
use...
no. The reason Flusterstorm is better actually is because it gives Kentaro the opportunity to make a mistake or take a suboptimal line, which is paying 2 life for the thing.
And here.
Also, oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa.
Ooh, roller coaster.
Fate Seal.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting, like, even if he has sneak attack, he doesn't have enough mana to activate it.
Yeah.
so-
See, if you had flustered here, the Jace would have been lethal, right?
No, it puts him to 1, which is essentially
I
lethal.
wonder what it is.
No,
Maybe it's like a Grim
because
Mancer.
wait, 1, 2. No, because if he had flustered the Ponder and Kentaro had paid 2 life, he would have been at 6.
So it's 1, 2, 3, then 1 prowess trigger, 4, 5. But it's effective lethal because
I'm sorry,
Ancient
I'm
Tomb
dumb.
is one of his lands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I apologize. That's right.
Oh, so he drew Chase.
Yeah,
but he
Jace is
goes
not
down to 3 to cast it. Bounces the Mentor.
This is a nice Flusterstorm we have in our hand, though.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think I would just brainstorm with RJs here.
And just try to find 2 spells for the kill.
The probability, you just need to find a Ponder. You have the Flusterstorm already.
Oh
You
yeah,
can find any spell.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Kentaro's like, yep, probably dead.
Did we get it?
Mentor
Did we get
land
it?
top.
Ooh, top. Okay,
Top.
top is good.
But
Come on.
top you can look for 2 more cards. You can fetch and then look for 2 cards.
Top should be lethal. I think you even have enough mana to just.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is fine. His plan is to play top, activate top,
And look still.
and look
Yeah,
still.
you're cutting yourself off of 2 mana spells like him.
That is a true point. But I think this is mostly effective lethal because
Because-
we're gonna cut off the fetch land as well.
And the Ancient Tomb, so he has
Yeah.
2 mana, so yeah, it's...
Well, see, but Mentor doesn't contribute to that too, right? Like,
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I think it's mostly a moot point.
yeah,
Is the
Yeah,
actual answer.
Sure.
Good point.
But we should spin top if we're gonna do this. I think.
Yeah.
What? Do not like that.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's see. Ancient.
What's the point? Because, like,
Yeah.
what is Jace gonna do there?
That's gross. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I want to see something wrong happen. Like
It's
some
way
just-
better to destroy 2 of his lands than to destroy Jace. Like, because you have so many creatures already.
Yeah, or counterbalance Council's Judgment.
Okay.
I mean, even still, like, it's still probably a moot point.
I think so.
So you can cast Council's Judgment if your opponent has no permanents, right?
Correct.
Just
Yeah, you can just cast it and nothing will happen.
Okay.
All right.
And round
GGWP.
GG.
GG. Where's the easy? No, I'm just kidding.
Winner!
Yeah,
This is like the
alligator
3rd
clap.
Hall of Famer we've seen lose. Only Yuya has won.
Yeah.
Every other like famous player has lost.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
There were a lot of interesting decisions in that game, and there were a lot of mulligans.
That's true.
Yeah.
There were.
It was kind of sweet. All right.
Wow. All right, that's some good stuff. All right, I think we're gonna go on pause now.
Oh,
That's too bad.
this was a